Hey guys, so if you were here for yesterday's video, you already know that my camera stabilizer is broken right now and I need to get some super glue for it. So till then, I got my hands holding it, and it might be a little shaky, but I'll say this much: there's some pros and cons because you get to see everything a lot clearer when I'm holding it myself and the camera stabilizer isn't. So we got 3 piles today, 1, 2, 3, and we are going to be looking at what about your flaws makes you flawless. And I actually got the idea. The idea was sparked through a video by Jaylene that I watched last night that was, what about your imperfections make you perfect? And I was like, ooh, I really like that idea. And I listened to the reading. It was amazing. And I decided to do one on what flaws make you flawless. So I actually ended up with a very similar message for myself as what I listened to last night, honestly. Take a moment to listen to your intuition and your higher self. Pick the pile you feel most drawn to. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, comment, subscribe. All those things really do help my channel, and I am so grateful to every one of you that are already here doing that. It means the world to me, and thank you so much. Also, if you feel drawn to donate to this channel to help me continue to be here, my Amazon wish list and my PayPal link are both in the description box below. And you can send me something if you would like to donate. So let's get started with pile 1. What about your flaws make you flawless, pile 1? I feel like you are a very soft, warm, cuddly person. Teddy bear created. I feel like you're somebody who's very soft, very loving, very warm, you make people feel very comfortable around your energy. You may also like to collect some random things that you might find to be weird, when in actuality it's amazing. I mean, I have been collecting weird random things throughout my entire life, and I finally found a purpose for them, my charm bag. So anyway, I feel like you are somebody who really likes your self-care as well. You like to take vacations. You like to just relax. You like to be at peace, things like that. And I feel like you sometimes feel like those things make you less than perfect because you don't like to allow drama or negativity into your life. You like to look at the bright side of things. You like to see the day for the truth of the day. And you don't really enjoy having a lot of negativity in your sphere. You're very spiritual as well, and you are very connected to the spiritual the spiritual essence of yourself. Let's see what else we got here. We got the spider and the deer. So you are very driven by your life purpose. You are somebody who observes the world around you with very keen knowledge and insight. You're working very, very hard towards what you feel is your life purpose. And a lot of what you feel is your life purpose is this very loving energy, this very mothering energy, this very beautiful energy. You have a very beautiful energy, and you might see that, you might sometimes feel like people take that as naive or as less than good, or as somebody who needs to be harder, somebody that needs to be protected. I don't feel like you need to be protected at all. I feel like people are very surprised by you when you stand up and protect and defend yourself, because you're such a warm, loving, kind, caring, understanding, compassionate person. And a lot of times you walk away from any kind of conflict or confrontation because you don't like to have that drama or negativity in your life. But if you are pushed into a corner, you will strike back. And tarantulas actually jump about 10 feet in the air. My mom used to, when she was younger, she would take and hold rocks, big old boulders, over these giant tarantulas they had in Texas, and she would drop them on them and kill them. When she found out the tarantulas jumped 10 feet in the air, she was very, very, very surprised. And she's like, if one of those would have did that when I was a kid, I probably would have literally had a heart attack right there. And I feel like when you turn on your self-protection or self-defense, people are very thrown off guard. they're like, oh my God, I didn't even know you had it in you to do this, because you're such a kind-hearted, loving person on a regular basis. You are somebody who loves to learn. You love to learn. You're very, very independent. You have everything you need within yourself, and you know that the rest will be provided by the universe for following your intuition and following your life purpose. Some of your impulsive actions in the past may have caused a lot of things to fall down. Maybe you said things that were very harsh. Maybe you brought forward truths that people just could not handle, and it brought everything crumbling down, and you feel like that's a bad thing. But those things are good because they bring this person new perspectives. They bring them new understandings, new ideas of what is okay and what is not. I feel like you are somebody who really takes the time to see things from every perspective possible before expressing yourself. So I don't feel like it's as impulsive as you think that it is when you say what you need to say. What you say is very truthful. It's very logical. It is something that was needed to be heard. And just because it causes a little bit of destruction in its wake does not make it a bad thing. Yeah, I feel like you are somebody who really sees any situation from every perspective there is. And so you understand why people are acting the way that they are. There may be people around you that act impulsively and come at you in a way that is very harsh or critical, or people may say some really nasty things to you at times, and I feel like you see things from their perspective, but at the same time you stand up for yourself. You stand up for other people. You stand up for what's right, and there's nothing wrong with standing up for what's right, even when it causes pain for the person that you're standing up to, because I don't think you like to cause pain in this pile. Last night I was defending my ex-best friend yet again to a guy. We were having a big, long conversation about transvestites and gay people these days, and basically he was saying some really nasty things about them, and I was like, you know what? Here's the thing. You're sitting here telling me I don't understand why they gotta fight for their rights so much these days and blah, blah, blah. It's because of people like you that they are still fighting. You are that problem that is causing them to still have to fight, to be seen, to be heard, to be treated fairly. Who gives a shit what anybody else is wearing? Who gives a shit who they decide to love? Who cares? We shouldn't be caring. At least they're deciding to love people. There's too much hate in this damn world. And if you're hating people because of the way they decide to dress or who they decide to love, then you are part of the problem. And you are somebody who will address issues like that, I feel like. And sometimes you feel like this is a problem and this is something that's not good about you, but this is something that is amazingly beautiful about you, because you are the one who is going to be there to change the perspectives of the world around you. You are very connected and in tune with what is real and what is right. You never hesitate to stand up for what's right. Your passion is so fiery, and it is amazing to watch. You are that person. You are the person who would have stood there and told him exactly what's what. Like I was saying throughout this entire reading, you stand up for what's right, for what's true, and you know what's right. Don't ever convince yourself otherwise. You are an amazing cook. I swear that you heal with your cooking powers. Just the smell alone makes my mouth water. I wish I could eat your food every day. So you're somebody who cooks very well as well, and maybe you feel like you have made a couple dishes that weren't that great, or something along those lines, but you really make a lot of food that is mouth-watering, amazing, wonderful. You may even make the type of food that has such a strong aroma that your neighbors are smelling it and kind of wanting to be a part of that. So you know what? If you feel drawn or led to invite other people around you to come in and eat your food, then go ahead and do that. I feel like a lot of times the goodness of your heart is what you feel is a flaw, and the goodness of your heart is not a flaw. There should be more people like you in this world, because we are in sore lack of having those types of people, and we are in a sore need for those types of people. So continue being yourself, and don't let anybody else convince you that there's a problem with being your loving, nurturing, kind, caring, beautiful self. So that's what I have for pile 1. And I really hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. I would love to hear some more about you in the comments below, whether or not this resonated, whether or not this is who you are, some of the disagreements you might have gotten into, things like that. Because I would really love to hear that, and I'm sure everybody else would gain something from that as well. So I hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching, and I'll see you next time, guys. Bye-bye. Pile 2. So for pile 2, it was 10:10 when I looked up at the clock. And I really feel like there has been a lot of endings and a lot of beginnings throughout your life. And I feel like you somehow see that as a flaw. Like you may have had to walk away from a lot of things that were not good for you. A lot of situations that were not to your highest good, and that did not match your integrity or did not match who you are as a person. And I feel like you have let other people convince you that that is somehow not okay, to walk away from situations that drag you down or are very unhealthy for you. Also, I feel like you are somebody who is a peacemaker, somebody who expresses themselves through unconditional love. You express yourself through unconditional love. You have the keys to being able to bring peace and diplomacy to any situation that you face or that you encounter. I feel like some of this diplomacy comes at a cost of chaos and conflict. And so I feel like some of you see this as a flaw because you spend a lot of time arguing and debating and defending your values, defending your beliefs, and also you don't pick a side. You are somebody who can see the perspectives of both sides, so you express the perspectives of both sides in a different way so they can see these things from a different viewpoint and a different vantage point. And sometimes it feels like you're playing devil's advocate, I feel like, for a lot of you. You're somebody who communicates from a place of passion and a place of stability and confidence. Somebody who communicates from a place of hope and optimism as well. You communicate a lot about your spirituality, and maybe you have been bullied by people of different beliefs in the past, trying to force you to believe what they believe. And I feel like sometimes you feel like this is what you do, but this isn't what you do, because I feel like for a lot of you, you are okay with people believing other things, but at the same time you want to express yourself and you want to put out what you have to say about a situation. And what you have to say about a situation a lot of times makes all the difference in the world, so continue to do it. Just don't force people to believe what you're believing, and you won't be doing anything that you feel to be wrong. I feel like you are somebody who really sees things from a very different viewpoint. You may believe in star seeds as well. You are somebody who is just out of this world with the beliefs that you have and the thoughts that you have, the ideas that you have. Keep expressing those because they are valuable in this world. 2009, Hope, Caregiver, Relay for Life. You could see some of the more caregiving attributes about yourself to be a flaw. Some of the wanting to reach out and care for others and wanting to help them and wanting to work with them, wanting to help them overcome the challenges and obstacles they're facing, and to gain confidence and stability and hope for their life and their future. Big cats are very dangerous, but a little pussy won't hurt anyone. So I feel like you are somebody who comes off very confident, very solid, very stable, but I also feel like you are somebody who would never hurt a fly. And you feel like that might be a lie to come off that confident, but there is no harm in coming off that confident. If you got into a fight, I feel like you would win. At the same time, I feel like you don't want to have to be in that fight in the first place. So you do whatever you can in your power to try to bring peace to a situation instead of bringing more conflict and destruction to a situation. And it's not because you're scared. I feel like some people might see it as you being scared, but it's not because you're scared. It's because you prefer to do things in a peaceful manner. And last resort, I feel like you can defend yourself and you can stand up and do what needs to be done. But you prefer not to do things that way. And there's nothing wrong with preferring not to do things in a Neanderthal type of way. At this point in time in history, we are gaining a lot of consciousness, a lot of awareness. a lot of new thoughts and ideas that are very alien to some of the older population, especially. People are like, oh, send everybody outside to beat the crap out of each other. That's how we solve this problem. And you're like, excuse me, we could solve this problem right now with words and without violence. So anyway, yeah, I feel like you're a very anti-violence type of person here. We got the cosmic egg, we got the elephant. You're somebody who is very wise, auspicious, very noble in your power. You're somebody who is very grounded and stable and strong, and you have a lot of traditional beliefs and values, but at the same time you have a lot of new ways of seeing things and new ways of doing things that are different from the old way of doing things. And you can combine these two things together to make something beautiful. That's what people don't realize is, I am not a Republican and I'm not a Democrat, but in this country you must be staunchly one or the other. And if you have any views of the other side, that side is going to be pissed off at you because you are that side and you're the enemy. And you know what? I'm not anybody's enemy. And I have things that I see in both sides that are good and things that I see in both sides that are bad. And you know what? When anybody is an extremist of the right or the left side, that's when it's the absolute worst. When people are voting for that side just because they're that side, instead of voting for that side because they agree with their beliefs, their morals, their values, their systems, then they are part of the problem. And you know what? You are not part of the problem because you are somebody who's going to stand up for what you believe in, regardless of whether or not it is on the side that you should be on. My uncle was mad at me one time because I was on the side of somebody else that he was bullying because he's my family and he's my blood and I should instantly be on his side because of that. No, when you come onto my Facebook page and you are yelling at my friends because they made a joke and they apologized to you afterwards and you're still yelling at them, I'm not going to be on your side. Anyway, that's the type of person you are. You are somebody who will stand up for your beliefs, even if that means going against your side. You have a lot of new viewpoints, a lot of new belief systems, a lot of new things that really help others to open up their perspectives too. I feel like you think that there's a way to make peace and to really have a change come into being from a situation from the past as well. And you might think that it's a flaw to believe that anyone can change or to hope that anyone can change at any time, to believe that you have stepped into your power and you know your value and your worth now, and to believe that others will know your value and worth and step up into their power and do the right things. I feel like you believe very strongly in that, and you have awakened to the fact that you believe this, and some of you feel like this is a flaw to believe in this way, to have this hopeful, joyous, way of seeing the world, and to believe that anyone can change at any time. Doesn't mean everyone's going to change all the time, but I feel like you think that you know the way to get others to change, and there's nothing wrong with that either. I feel like you have a very big impact on this world around you. I also feel like you are somebody who believes very strongly that you have a lot of masculine and a lot of feminine both in you, and that those labels mean nothing in this world because every man and every woman has a certain level of masculine and feminine traits in them, what this world would label as masculine and feminine traits in them. And you really don't hold stock by believing that you are supposed to be a certain way because of your gender, or you are supposed to be a certain way because of who you are or how you grew up. I feel like you are somebody who's very introspective. You look within yourself for the answers. You look within yourself to understand. And you have a lot of value and a lot of worth to offer to this world. You are very nurturing, very caring, very kind, humble, loyal, stable, strong, honest, down to earth. You are somebody who's very caring, nurturing, loving, and motherly. And at the same time, you are somebody who is very ambitious and goal-driven, and you are a provider for your family and want to go after what it takes to provide for your family. I feel like you are a combination of both of those aspects, and it's a very beautiful combination here. You are the provider and protector while at the same time being nurturing, kind, humble, and down to earth. And I also feel like you feel like you are very valuable, like you have a lot of worth, like you have a lot of everything it is that you have to offer, and that You are willing to wait for somebody else who is going to offer you what you feel you are worth. And there's nothing wrong with that either. Let's see what we got here. You have an amazing light to share. Your vibration is so high. You are a healer and you raise the vibrations of everyone around you. Keep being you. You are a truly amazing being. All of this adds into your healing abilities and capabilities, and it is a good thing, not a bad thing. Your smile is breathtaking. Your laugh sounds like heaven. You glow and radiate so much happiness. You guide me to my inner child. So you guide someone else to their inner child. And if you are holding out hope that somebody else is changing their ways and wanting to improve themselves and be a better version of themselves, a higher version of themselves, because of the interactions they have had with you, keep holding out that hope, because there is a reason for it. You glow and you radiate so much happiness, and you just bring so much love and light and awareness to others around you. You really guide people to being their best self. And that is a beautiful thing. Don't ever let anyone convince you that no one ever changes, because people change every day, all the time. If people didn't change all the time, I wouldn't be me today. I would be some version of me that was born 32 years ago, and I don't even remember what version that was, but I remember what I was like when I was 7, and I'm glad I'm not that today. You know what? I have changed many numerous times in my life. People do change every day. And yes, some people never change. They stay stuck in their ways till the day they die because they're stubborn assholes. But guess what? There are people who change, and you change every day. Anybody who isn't changing every day and isn't growing and learning and evolving every day is that stuck person, and you are not that stuck person. So in order to believe in yourself, even, you have to be able to believe in other people being able to do the same thing. So anyway, that's what I have for this pile, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. I would love to hear from you in the comments below whether or not it resonated, what you might be going through, if you do have somebody that you're hoping is changing and growing for the better. All those kinds of things. I would love to hear about that in the comments below, and I'm sure everybody else would too. It would give them hope for their own lives. And so I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys. Pile number 3. So for you guys, let's see what you are seeing about yourself as a flaw that is actually making you absolutely flawless. So I feel like you have hope. No matter the darkness going on, you can focus on hope. You can focus on the light. You can focus on the joy. I feel like also you have a lot of very different aspects about yourself, a lot of very colorful aspects about yourself that sometimes you might shade for the world around you because you don't feel like people can handle it. Stop shading that, because people can handle it, and it is what makes you beautiful and authentic and you. It is what makes you uniquely yourself and uniquely you. And other people can, you know what, they can go screw themselves if they can't handle your beauty. Because, you know, you have a lot of amazing things to offer this world. And people have made you feel like those things should be hidden away and you should be ashamed of them. Some of you may actually be part of the LGBTQ community here. Some of you could be transvestites as well. I feel like there's a lot of you that have a lot of beautiful things about yourself that sometimes you keep hidden away, and those need to be expressed. I feel like you may even bring signs to people, awareness to people. There's a lot of things that you are holding back that are meant to be the signs for other people. They are meant to give other people that confidence and that hope and that belief in themselves. They are meant to open up other people's throat chakra and get them talking. You talking with confidence is going to be what leads other people. You are meant to be a leader in this pile. You are meant to be different, and you are meant to stand out. You are meant to just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming. You may also be somebody who does not give up ever. You don't have give up in your vocabulary. I was actually talking to somebody about this recently, because everybody else who has lived the way that I am living this last year, even the ones who started last year when I did, most of them have jumped off the ship and have went after meth or have stepped into alcohol on a regular basis to deal with the way they're living. And I am not doing that. And at the same time, as I see that as a good thing, it is a very good thing that I did not fall into that I don't have that give up gene in me, and that I'm not sitting in that same boat. that I have that hope, that I have that faith, that I have that trust and belief in my guides, my ancestors, my God, myself, to be able to navigate this and continue to keep my hope and my joy and my peace alive. At the same time, I feel like others get very jealous or hurt by the fact that I was able to do that and they weren't able to do that. They are very hard on themselves. So some of me sees that as a flaw. While at the same time, I do not see that as a flaw because it's a very, very good thing. So that's kind of what's going on here. And also, we have this mask here. I feel like you see yourself as flawed in some way, and you might be wearing a mask to keep that away from the rest of the world. The key to moving forward right now, and the key to loving yourself fully, is opening up yourself fully and expressing it to the world around you. It's time to let go of any preconceived notions about who you should be and what you should be doing, and to accept what you are doing and who you are, and allow that part to shine. We got this little frog guy here too. So I feel like you are somebody who can hop over any obstacle. You can face any obstacle with ease, and you can really get through it and make it through it to the other side. And sometimes you see that as a flaw, that you are able to navigate this world so easily and with so much hope and faith and belief and trust in yourself and what you have going on. But it's not a flaw, and it is not narcissistic to love yourself either. Love yourself and express yourself, because that is what's going to make all the difference in the world, in your world and the world around you, because all those people are going to see that they can do that themselves as well. And they're going to start picking up on the things that you have to offer as valuable, and they're going to start looking into them and really seeing the truth. Yeah, I feel like you are somebody who really cleanses yourself. I feel like you may cry a lot to cleanse, and you may see that crying as a flaw, but there's nothing wrong with being sensitive and emotional. There's nothing wrong with expressing your softer side and your more vulnerable side, because that softer, more vulnerable side of yourself is a beautiful, amazing thing, and it takes a lot of strength in this world to even reveal that to the outside, and especially to reveal that to the outside on a bigger scale, and to let them see your beauty and your inner beauty, and to know that you are still strong enough to I feel like a lot of people try to protect you as well, and try to step in and think that you need their protection, think that you're naive, think that you are stupid, or things like that. And I feel like you are not naive or stupid. You are somebody who is absolutely beautiful and amazing and wonderful. And a lot of that is your softer side. Also, I feel like you may create a lot of chaos or conflict around you by your viewpoints or your opinions. There may be a lot of people who are jealous or who are envious or who are wanting to take from you, or who are wanting to create havoc in your life to see how much you can withstand. I feel like there has been a lot of people who have literally purposefully tried to create chaos and conflict and things like that in your life to see just how much you can withstand. And you have been able to withstand all of it, every ounce of it. And yes, some of those things can be bad, that you incite people to do that to you. But at the same time, inciting people to do that to you gives people a chance to see exactly what you're made of. And they are very surprised by how strong you are. You may also face a lot of indecision because you are unsure of your worth or unsure of your value, because you have been stuck with so much negativity. You've been stuck with so many negative people around you, so many negative circumstances around you. You may have even been in poverty as well, and you may have been down and out and hurting and feeling like everybody was judging you because of what you had and what you didn't have. You may have been very indecisive about whether or not you should follow this poverty path, or whether or not you should go towards money. I feel like you chose to go towards the poverty and to not make money such an important thing, because you felt like it was your path and your purpose to be in the situation that you were in for some reason, and to learn from it, to grow from it, to understand things in a different way, and to also be able to face all of these hardships and keep your hope and faith alive has been a very big part of your path and your purpose in this life. to understand that you can go through that and you can come back up out of the lowest of the low to the highest of the high is something that's very important for you. And I feel like you have a lot of luck on your side, and there's a lot of good things coming in for you. And a lot of that comes from your ability to communicate and your ability to express yourself, your ability to, I feel like you also are unsure of whether or not to travel without the funds. And that's a good thing as well, to question those things. It's a good thing to question things and to look at things from every perspective and to have that little dispute with yourself inside your head to come to a conclusion. You are somebody who does not do things super impulsively, and that's a good thing. At the same time, you have had to learn how to rely more on your intuition and to rely more on what you are feeling rather than everything outside yourself. And I feel like this journey has really allowed for you to learn a lot about fights, to learn a lot about drama, to learn a lot about people's insecurities, to learn a lot about your own insecurities, to learn a lot about the world around you and the hardship that a lot of people face. And I feel like you're going to have a lot of good things coming into your life, and knowing about these hardships is really a very good thing. So don't feel like anything that you have had to go through or anything that you have had to face makes you somehow a bad person or makes you somehow less than, because it actually makes you more than. Because when you come up and you have the things that you didn't have before, you are going to know about what it was like to not have. And not a lot of people that are in that position of power that I feel like you're going to be going into have that viewpoint of the bottom before they get there. And you're really going to make a lot of changes in this world because of your viewpoints and because of the way that you have been able to navigate through a lot of hardship and a lot of down times in your life. And I feel like those down times is what has made you who you are today. And who you are today is amazingly beautiful and amazingly wise. And you are somebody who fights for what's right, and you always step up to the plate when you feel like you need to. You are somebody who really is just very beautiful, and you can handle the ups and downs of life with peace and persistence and determination, and those things are amazing and beautiful. And not everyone has the capability to do that. Not everyone has the capability to wash away the past and to rise up for a new day like you never had anything hard happen in your life. And a lot of people may think that you had a silver spoon your whole life and you were born with great things, but you weren't. And I feel like that's a lot of why you feel like it's a flaw, is because nobody sees the pain or hardship or hurt that you have gone through, and everybody just assumes that you've always had it easy. And that's not the case. You have had it so hard that you could face anything and you could still come back the next day. And that's why you can do that, is because of everything you have faced. So that's what I have for this pile. And I would really love to hear in the comments below everything that you have gone through, what you have been working on, what you have been healing, who you are, and why you are holding it back. And I feel like that would help a lot of other people as well to hear the messages you have to bring. So let us know in the comments below what's going on in your life, and know that it's pretty much anonymous on here. So say what you need to say, and it'll help you to be able to say it later to the rest of the world, to be able to express it now. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this reading, and I hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.